I recently developed a custom loot filter for three main reasons. Too many junk uniques were showing, too many rares were showing, and when it would take down a mini-boss such as Al-Hezban or the Minotaur, too many influenced bases were dropping. I would either throw them all into my stash tab to eventually rot in standard, or I would spend way too much time searching up each base for value. Version 1.0 addressed a lot of these issues and was met with success, although some people felt the filter was too strict or too lax. So I've meticulously gone through the influence bases and div cards and reworked the filter so that it now has 5 flags instead of 4. I also recolored the text on unique drops so you can tell right away if it's a unique or a different item. I was trying to figure out how to say whites are the best and blacks are the worst without sounding racist. The best way to put it is that players wanting a stricter filter can just ignore the black flagged items, but it includes a lot of categories which many players who found the filter too strict, which I'll get into shortly. After version 1.0, I released 2 updates which upgraded the filter for cluster jewels, anointed items, and reduced the amount of white flag drops. Wisdom and portal scrolls also only drops in stacks of 10 or more rather than 5 or more. Let's get into the idea behind version 2. The black flag you can pick up or ignore. This includes a lot of lower value div cards like Anarchy's Price, eye level 85 plus rare crafting bases like steel rings, low level currency like jeweler's orbs and chromatics, all eye level 85 plus influence bases which are not flagged elsewhere, white, yellow, and low red maps, rare jewels, divine vessels, and sacrifice fragments, some heist gear, single splinters, level 20 gems, and 6 socket drops not flagged elsewhere for the 7 jeweler recipe. It also includes single corruption quivers, gloves, belts, and rings to check. There is no way to filter specific corrupted implicits, so this is a way to check for +1 to chain, pride has increased aura effect, etc. Yellow flags include div cards such as the escape, anointed rares, certain small cluster jewels, often used currency such as alks, low-level catalysts, certain hunter influence bases like the Agadi amulet, and certain uniques. Blue flags include items such as awakened sextants and chaos, geodes, tier 15 maps, blueprints at your current level, most synthesized bases, and many fractured bases, and very good uniques. It also includes many div cards such as duality. Green flags include very rare and valuable drops all players would want to keep or at least check. This includes tier 16 maps, exalts, endgame boss fragments, higher end scarabs, great bases such as Crusader influenced cerulean rings, the best 8 or 12 socket cluster jewels, and excellent uniques worth dozens of chaos. It also includes great div cards such as a fate worse than death. The highest end drops everybody wants to see include cards like House of Mirrors, the most valuable uniques, reliquary keys, the best bases to find such as a Crusader influenced crystal belt, the best awakened or alternate quality gems, flawless breachstones, divines, and the rarest fossils. 2.0 also filters talismans very carefully, so the best implicits with the best combination of explicits are highlighted. This is doable since talismans always drop identified. On the last note, I previously released a custom sound version of the filter with version 1.2 and 1.3, which will no longer be supported. I am, however, including the sound files below if you're a big fan of this channel and want to add them yourself manually. The sound files are... Look what you just got! That is some heavy shit.
I turned myself into a CI, Morty.
I want more.
Talina's panties. Tora's panties. Imagine the smell.